Now that I've had maybe 2 days or so to drive this thing, make sure everything's functioning okay. This 2004 H1 that I'm restoring currently. No check engine lights anymore. Still got the low coolant light. Does not have low coolant. It's a sensor issue. Gonna work on replacing that later on. And there's an ABS light. I've got to hook up the Tech 2 scanner. Probably have time next week to see what the ABS light is from. It might be from one of the sensors, the magnetic sensors on the axles. That's usually the problem with them. So I got to get that cleaned up, check the clearance on it and everything. Might be an easy fix. Might need something more, but I've got to get those two fixed. Otherwise, everything's functioning as it should. So right now what I'm doing is taking it over to the inspection station to get it officially inspected, and then go to the registration office and get some brand new Texas plates for it, and get rid of the Louisiana tag, get a Texas tag on it, and get it legal to drive around here, hopefully. Now, it's got a little crack in the windshield from top to bottom right here, right in front of the driver, which in Texas is a no-no for inspections. It's a safety issue when there's a crack in the visibility range of the driver's seat. I already have a brand new windshield that is sitting in the garage waiting to install. I'm hoping the inspector lets me get by with it, and then I can spend some time over the next few weeks and address that and some of the other issues. We'll see. Looks like there's a few people ahead of me in line here at the inspection station, so it's going to be a few minutes. We'll wait and see what this guy says. I'll show it to him before he gets started. That way it'll be up to him. All right, we passed the inspection with flying colors. Everything's good to go. Now we're going to the registration office, the tax office, so it can finally be legal to drive on the road here, and I can take it for test drives and everything without worrying about getting pulled over. We've got Texas plates. We're official. So I'll get these put on later today, and hopefully this coming weekend or maybe next week I'll have some time to start going through and making a list of what all is left on this thing that I want to address. Little sensors, things here and there. If you want to follow along with the adventure, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell icon to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Love you guys. See you next time. Let's get the new plates put on. I'm gonna get this one taken off. The gentleman who I purchased the truck from wanted these back to keep as a souvenir. He's a U.S. veteran. He was in the Army, came back from Afghanistan, and this was his prize to himself. So there's some sentimental value there. Gonna make sure these get back to him in one piece. I'm so used to all the modern cars with their flimsy, junky license plate brackets. It's interesting to see this giant chunk of steel. I like it. It only had 2 bolts at the top, so I just put them diagonal from each other for now. I'm gonna pull one of these out and go to Fasten All later and grab 4 new bolts, just so they're matching and they're complete. It'll last like this for another 50 years, but I just wanna have all 4 bolts there. Otherwise, every time I look at it, I'm gonna notice 2 bolts missing. It's gonna drive me nuts. So there we are. We've got Texas plates. There's no bracket on the front of this truck for a license plate. I don't know if there's a factory one or somebody aftermarket makes one, but just to stay safe with the local laws, I'm gonna see if I can find one for the front as well and get it on there at some point. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and you get to follow along with the adventure as I restore this Hummer over the next several months back to its glory days, hopefully as good or better as when it came off the showroom floor in 2004. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to see more updates on this truck and the other projects. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. And for all my Land Cruiser fans, The 9780 series is here. As you can see, space is clearing up in the garage. All my furniture's back in the house as we're wrapping up the house remodel. Cylinder head, all kinds of parts, everything's sitting out here on the table still, and another table on the other side. And as you can see, the engine bay is still quite empty, not much in there. I'll get back on the Land Cruiser restoration project as soon as the H1 is comfortable to be daily driven and most of the big stuff's out of the way. I'm gonna daily drive that for a while until I have an opportunity to do some car shopping and grab maybe a Tundra or Tacoma or something more reasonable for a daily driver. But need to get that H1 Hummer 100% or at least close to it so that I feel comfortable daily driving it. Then we'll get back on the 97 Land Cruiser restoration and then back on the H1 again. Make sure to follow along. See you next time.